Coochie YouTube? It's your girl Kiara Nicole back with another one. Hi guys, happy Sunday. So we're gonna get straight into it because as you can see by the title, we are standing on business all 2024. And I'm gonna have my juice. Hold on. Little tart. Standing on business. All right, Key Mob, we got our juice, we got our notes, we got our talking points. Let's go. So we already know we've heard standing on business all 2023, right? Especially towards the end. Like Drewski came in, he dropped that, I'm standing on business. He's standing on business. And we loved it. But how are we really implementing that into our lives? Now, the first week of 2024 is done. Like, it is Sunday, okay? And I can genuinely say I stood on business this week for about 90%. 10%, I was slacking, I caught myself in my feelings, and I caught myself overthinking about things I cannot control. So I said, you know what, this is not feeling right to me, just resting on Sunday, because today's my off day. I gotta make a YouTube video. So let's get into it. So y'all, I got 5 points. They're gonna be quick, simple, and I want y'all to leave your opinions in the comments, okay? Number 1, focus on you. Now, I know we hear this phrase everywhere we go in every book you read, but it's genuinely true because in all actuality, nothing's gonna change in 2024 if your eyes are over there, in his DMs, in her posts, in her comments. You gotta focus on yourself. So things I do to focus on me is meditate, write, journal, prioritize my needs for the week, my needs for the year, my needs for the month. And I feel like, yes, I am a vision board girly, okay? Shout out to my vision board girlies and fellas. If you made yours, comment in the comments. But sometimes writing it down or seeing it is not enough. You really do have to put action into it. And I feel like a lot of times when our focus is everywhere else, like I'm the friend that is a caller, I do not text. So if you call me, I'm going to answer and we're going to get straight to business. Like, girl, what's going on? What he said? What she said? Oh no. But sometimes what that does is it makes me shift my focus from here to here. And we can't have that in 2024 because I got big dreams and big goals. I have things I have to hit, not only yearly, monthly, but really daily and weekly. So I don't know if y'all had any of those moments this week where you just found yourself focusing on stuff you couldn't control. You know what I'm saying? Worried about somebody not texting you in the new year or somebody not showing up for you already. Let that hurt go because at the end of the day, you have to choose you, point blank, period. So that brings me into point number 2. Leave the past in the past because in all actuality, ain't nothing over there, okay? Let me tell y'all, I am a entrepreneur, momager, sister, auntie, cousin, friend, and some more. And I tend to see myself dwelling in the past every now and then. When it be with family or friends asking me for favors or things, and I normally be holding that stuff against them. Like, if it's something outlandish and I'm like, I ain't heard from you in a minute and you hit my phone and I did you a favor already, I'm gonna be upset. So I'm gonna give y'all an example. This week I met with someone that I had let borrow some money from me about a year ago. Now, the reason I didn't really want to link with them was because I was very upset with them because we had agreed on a payment plan and they decided that they wasn't going to pay me. Now, does that make them a bad person? That's for y'all to decide in the comments. But I actually know this person very well and they're not a bad person. I think what happened is, from my opinion, they agreed to something they really knew they couldn't do. And instead of trying to let me down, they honestly just got ghost. But I will say recently, they have been reaching out more. So something told me to go eat with them and whatever. So I went and we discussed it. And I let them know the reason I had really not responded to them was because I was still hurt over how they treated me. But this is what I had to remind myself. At that moment in my life, when I gave that money, I was giving from my heart. God put that on my heart to give that person that. God said, I'm going to replenish you in ways you don't understand. And he did. Genuinely. So that money never hurt me. I wasn't upset over the money. I was upset over the lack of communication. And I was able to have that conversation with that person now versus having it then. I would have been probably very rude or very upset. I've had to learn to leave the past in the past because sometimes when you try to dig up old trenches, it will cause more of a negative effect than a positive effect. Honestly, it's really not our place to know why people move the way they move as long as you move correct. Even if it comes to something as simple as dealing with an ex or an old friend. We may want to live in what it was, but the actuality of the matter is it's not that anymore. That is the hardest thing I've had to learn as an adult. I am 27 years old now, and I still sometimes find myself dwelling on things that people have done to me in my past. And the more I look at people and go, you know what? That's on you, sis. That's on you, bruh. And I keep it pushing, God just pours into me more and more. Healing in stages. Like I said, I'm not no guru nor no counselor, but I do know that I've done a lot of healing in my life. My mom passed away when I was 8 years old, the week of my 9th birthday, if y'all didn't know or new here. As well as I've just seen a lot of trauma throughout my life, obviously, due to people abusing substances or molestation, rape, things like that. And I'm very vocal and very honest about that because I don't know who it could help. But this past 2 weeks with the Christmas holidays and everything, I did lose a childhood friend and due to unaliving themselves. And I had to be there for the people around me who it affected more than me, but it still affected me. And I had to realize, you know, we heal in stages. Sometimes you may have lows and sometimes you may have highs, but I will say it's like a spectrum, you know, it comes in waves. So be easy with yourself. Like I found myself calling a lot of my friends this week and just, I don't know, it was on my heart to just tell them, hey, be gentle with yourself. Prime example, I had a makeup appointment this past Thursday for one of my new photo shoots, and my makeup artist had actually just lost somebody as well that was close to her and is a new mother. And I just kept telling her, be gentle with yourself. A lot of times we keep referring to ourselves as the version we was, but when life hits you hard, it forces you to grow into a new person. And you have to understand that you're going to be healing at a different rate. You may heal slow sometimes, and it may be something where you constantly keep getting the same task or the same lesson until you master it. And there may be seasons where you heal fast, where it's like, I already learned that lesson, I'm not going through it again, wiping my hands with you and I'm over here. Don't put a time limit on your healing. Just keep healing. Just keep reminding yourself that you're doing better than you was yesterday, and don't beat yourself up too much, in all honesty. Does anybody else receive this word, child? Hold on. Number 4, forgive yourself. One more time, forgive yourself. Man, I see so many memes about people like, I messed up already and it's just the first week. Y'all, forgive yourself. I'm not saying keep making mistakes, but be gentle with yourself, man. You're gonna make mistakes, but you can't bring who you was in 2023, 2022, 2019, all that into 2024. None of us are perfect, and the hardest thing sometimes to do is to forgive yourself for making bad decisions, for choosing the wrong boyfriend, girlfriend, friend, for not saying it when you should have said it, or for letting it slide. Stop being a yes man. I say yes to everything. Hey Key, can you help me out? Hey Key, can I borrow this? Hey Key, are you coming? Sometimes I just have to tell myself I am saying no, because I'm going to be upset with myself when my goals are not done, or when the things I need to accomplish have been slacked on because I'm worried about you. What do we say? We focusing on ourselves and we standing on business the right way. I am not, like I said, no guru at a lot of things, but things I am a guru at is forgiving myself, because I'm gentle with myself at all times. I know that I'm going to make a mistake, whether it be today or next year or next week. I'm going to make a mistake. I'm human, so I don't beat myself up. I used to sit in my room and wallow. If I'm being honest, today I had a moment of self-pity. And I was like, get your ass up, take a shower, make the YouTube video, because God, He moves through me all the time. I've always felt like I had a gift. And if you followed me for years on here, you can go back to some of my older videos, because I have removed some of them. But I've always talked like this. I used to have girl talk, self-help talks all the time. And I had to forgive myself for forgetting who I was. And I'm not gonna lie, we really are standing on business all 2024. So make sure you subscribe so you can see the growth. But I just wanna let you know, forgive yourself today. And let's move into a better tomorrow. All right, y'all, this is always the worst part of the video because it's the end of it. But my last point number 5, move with intention. In everything you do, it should be a reason why you're doing it. Don't just do stuff just to do it. Don't just wake up and go through your day aimlessly. Move with intention this year. When I tell y'all we already done with the first week, before we blink, it's gonna be March. It's gonna be summer. It's gonna be a new year. Move with intention. If you haven't started, write your goals down for the week. Write your goals down for the month. Don't let time keep slipping by and making excuses, because at the end of the day, you may still make it to the finish line, but when you look around you and everybody else has already been there and they were just waiting on you, you're gonna feel some type of way. So it's like, to avoid all of that, let's move with intention. So if you do still get to the finish line behind everybody, it's like, oh well, look what I've accomplished while getting here. We run our own race, but if you run your race going through all the detours and all the stuff you didn't have to do had you have just stayed focused on a plan, who really came in last? Technically, you still came in last because you was already in last. But you know, I'm just saying, move with intention in life. Like I said, I'm not perfect. I have a lot of things I have, wasted my time on in my early 20s, and I am in my late 20s now. What I want is different than some people around me. Like, I have a child now. I wanted to have my kids so early. Woo, woo, woo. That was something I wanted to do. And I'm very thankful for my daughter. She's the most beautiful blessing I have. However, sometimes I do wish I would have had more of a plan, because I had the plan in my mind, but I did not have the plan on paper. And I did not think about how moving quick would affect me in my future. And now that I'm here, I've had to tighten up things and move a little faster than I should have had to. And now everything I do is with intention, because everything I do affects her, whether I know it or not, and whether she knows it or not. Move with intention, focus on yourself, stop dwelling in the past, forgive yourself, and honestly, you're gonna have a better life. Even if it's for a day where you're like, okay, I did all these things, today was the more you do it, it's like you practice what you preach. If you stand on that business, eventually that business will not stand on you. So like I said, I love you guys. This is my first self-love, standing on business talk in 2024. Comment if you received anything from this talk. Show me some love on IG, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, crazy, all the sites, okay? I love y'all. It's always Gucci with y'all. Please subscribe so you can be part of Key Mob. I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.